Revolution. With Enlightenment ideals inspiring the people, revolts and other events sprang up around the world. The British colonies in America fought Great Britain in the American Revolution, lasting from 1765 to 1783. After heightened tensions over taxes exploded into armed conflict at the battles of Lexington and Concord, the American colonies declared themselves the independent United States of America. Important leaders in this bold revolution included George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, John and Samuel Adams, and many more. In 1776, American leaders in the Continental Congress signed the Declaration of Independence, written by leaders including Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and others. The Declaration was directly influenced by ideas from the Enlightenment, especially the ideas of John Locke. Americans believed that the British Parliament and King George III had denied their rights, thus giving them the right to revolt. The Declaration also outlined the ideas of popular sovereignty, which means that government power comes from the people. The Revolutionary War, which lasted between 1775 and 1783, seemed to be hopeless for the Americans at first. The Continental Army, led by George Washington, suffered many defeats at the hands of the British, who considered the Americans to be rebels, and wanted to hang their revolutionary leaders. American prisoners captured by the British were held in disease-ridden, infested, and cramped conditions. Americans had taken a bold, dangerous move by declaring independence, and initially, not all Americans supported the cause. Although a good portion of Americans were patriots, that is, those who wanted to break away from Britain, many people were loyalists to Britain. Some were neutral and did not pick a side at all. However, after some time, thanks to the adequate leadership of George Washington and others, the Continental Army began to score some major victories. Battles such as the Battle of Trenton, the Battle of Princeton, and the Battle of Fort Ticonderoga were big wins for them. The Battle of Saratoga, also a major victory for the Americans, was a turning point in the war. It convinced the French to join the war on the American side. This gave needed help to the Americans, who, with France's help, blew one final blow to the British with the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. 2 years later, the Treaty of Paris ended the war and Britain recognized the United States as an independent nation. The American Revolution united the colonies against the British and gave colonists a sense of national identity. It also inspired other revolutions with its principles. The Republic formed under the U.S. Constitution served as inspiration for later uprisings that called for reform, liberty, and freedom.